Hello, Soul Tribe, Soul Family. How are you doing today? I would just like to come up here and talk to you about attachment styles. We're going to do an overview. There is four attachment styles, basically. Four. That four. So there is the secure attachment, which is basically 50% of the population, approximately. There is, and the rest are the insecure attachment styles, and they go under generally three different types. And so we have, let's start with the dismissive avoidant. That person is kind of what they sound like. They tend to be loners, and um, they grew up without uh, any kind of very little um, acknowledgement of their feelings, and they were not emotionally supported. They may not have been, they may have also been, so it's a neglect, is basically what it is. It's a neglect, and they may have been physically neglected even to that extreme, or they may have had everything they physically needed, but maybe they were pushed to do really well in some kind of sport or something like that. And the parent lived vicariously through that child and pushed that person into, let's say, ballet, sports, beauty pageants, and it didn't acting, probably like Michael Jackson's, he received no mercy in the Jackson family. From what I understand, they received no mercy from the father, but the mother was. So that could have, when that happens, then the person, when it's a sporadic kind of emotional support and physical support, the person can become what's called a fearful avoidant. Now we'll come back to that one. That one sits in the middle of this other type, which is anxious attachment style. And that person is known to be clingy. If somebody withdraws from them, they get, and I, don't feel bad about that. They can also, you know, it can be, they can also be they're extremely loving, but it can also be out of a fearful, insecure need to to not to be have security, to be validated in the relationship. They need lots of validation. This is not a bad thing. This is a style, though it's an insecure style. So in between the anxious attachment and the dismissive avoidant is the fearful avoidant. And the fearful avoidant has both anxious attachment and dismissive avoidant characteristics. So they can be known as hot and cold. So they come in hot and cold, and when they get hurt, they can really push away really hard. And they can also be, be that texter who's like mad texting, um, and before they push away hard. Um, so this is just kind of an overview of what these different attachment styles are. And they're very important I think, to kind of put into your framework, the lens that you look at relationships through, like to know what you are, to know what your partner is, to know the people that you're working with, even know what your children are, know what your parents are. This can help those relationships, and you'll start to recognize the people and not take things so personally. Um, and you'll see how it'll explain a lot about your interactions with people, and 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 help you to help them and have more harmonious relationships. This can fit into whether you believe in twin flames, soulmates, your soul tribe, your soul family, karmic relationships. This can help you navigate those relationships, and the secure relationships. You may find, if you're an insecure type, you may find secure types boring. If you're a secure type, you may find insecure types as not worth the time. However, you might, because really we're a blend of different types. So, we can be 30% one, 30% another, 30% another type, and 10% of another. That was 100%. So, the ideal is for us to work towards secure attachment, and maybe in certain situations we pull out that dismissive avoidant, when we've run into a really tough situation that we don't need to be a part of. Maybe we just snap back and go, okay, we're not going to do that because we deserve better. So anyway, that's a little overview. We'll go into it a little bit more as I get more in depth on my certifications in this frame, in this lens, because there's other great lenses to look through, like the Gottman method, and Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus is a great lens. There's some other great relationship coaches and teachers out there that I'd love to talk about, like Clay Andrews has got some good X material, getting back together with your ex and how to do that. So hopefully in the future, let me know if you'd like to know more about these different methods and how they interact with our soul journey and our soul tribe, and reuniting with particularly important in the twin flame or twin soul relationship. Let's not please no hassle about the twin flame stuff that's going on in the world, because there is a real thing, there is a real phenomenon, and I know some people call it limerence, but it can be, I think we need to keep an open mind. Yeah, I mean, it can manifest as limerence for sure, but it doesn't mean it's not a twin flame journey either. But twin flame journey can definitely have limerence. So let's keep an open mind on our awakening, on our self-actualization. How do we really know? We just, let's learn how to do good relationships with good communication and knowledge about how to do relationships. If we weren't taught in our family systems. And that's a way to prepare yourself for a wonderful relationship. Let me know what you think about all of this information. If you would like to know more on any of the topics I mentioned, remember to have a great life. Start by having a great day today, right now. Bye. Until we meet next time, pray, meditate, eat, love, pray.